Hello everyone, I'm home. Well, actually, I'm not home. I just left the thrift store and I'm in the parking lot of Planet Fitness waiting on hubby. And I've missed you guys. I just decided to put a short video on until I can get a big long one on this weekend. But I thought I'd show you what I got at the thrift store and tell you a couple little stories. And then in the next video, I'll have some completed projects to show you. So we got up this morning. It's been snowing so much. We just wanted to get out. So I went into the restore and I found two. Now I know I don't need any more dishes for my little kids' table, but these are the most precious little berry bowls and they're old ironstone. So I couldn't pass those up, right? I'm thinking they'll look so pretty on my little Christmas table. And they were 2 for 50 cents. So I got those. And I picked up this Currier and Ives tin, like a tin you put cookies in. I showed you guys something like this in the last video. It was like a tray, and I can't remember if I bought it. I love this scene, so I'm hoping I bought it, but I can't remember. So I picked this tin up. It's an older one. It's a little bit rough inside, but I just like to display them. You can clean them out and put wax paper in them if you're going to use them for cookies, but it was only 50 cents, and I just love that pattern. So I'm going to have to go back in that other video and see if I actually purchased that tray, because I like old Christmas trays as well. Then I was in a primitive store where they sell reproduction primitives the other day, and they had one of these and it was like $40. I found this one at the thrift store this morning for $3. It's got a light in it. It was only $3, and I will dance it up and make it cute for Christmas. I'll probably take those bows out of the window and I'll make it really cute, but it's almost 3 feet tall and it's $3. I was tickled to get it because I looked at those in the little store and thought, I'm not giving $40 for one of those things, but I got one. Then I picked this up for Brad. He told me the other day, no more deer items. I have plenty, but this is a collector's plate and it's the night before Christmas and Santa flying through the air. I just thought he would like it. I've got a little display stand he can put it on. It was only $1 and he will like it, even though he'll grumble a little bit. And you know, I needed another Santa. This was a tall, skinny Santa. He's about 8 inches tall, and I will give him the old grunge treatment with some golden oak stain from Minwax, and he'll be awesome in my collection of so many Santas. And then who doesn't need more cookie cutters? Not me. But this was 50 cents for a whole bag, and they're mostly Christmas. There's some red ones. The red ones are plastic. The others are silver, but I put them in bowls, and I actually use them when I make my sugar cookies, so I picked those up. So enjoy looking at Brad's apartment while I tell you this little story. About a week ago, I went past a house that's empty in our town, and somebody's there fixing it up, but no one lives there. And there was this huge mirror sitting out in front of their house, and it looked like an old mirror, but I couldn't really tell. Well, about a couple days later, it was sitting out by the trash. And I knew that our trash man would not pick up that mirror. They only get the trash. So it snowed and we had like 3 inches of snow, and I'm laying in bed the other night thinking I should just get up and go down there. It was like 1 a.m. and get that mirror. But I was in my pajamas. It was freezing cold, lots of snow. And I thought if I go down there and try to get that mirror and it's heavy, I could fall down and no one would find me and I'd die. So I didn't do it. So the next morning we get Brad and we're all going to go to the store because we had been snowed in so long. And I said, before we leave town, I want to go past this house that had a mirror sitting out by the trash. And Brad said, yep, I saw that this morning. He said, I saw it just this morning. So we pulled up in front of the house and there it was, covered in snow. So Brad jumps out and heaves it up into the back of the truck like it's nothing. Now I want to show you this picture I found down at Brad's apartment when we were putting his stuff out. He has had this set out for years. It's him and Kevin at the Covered Bridge Festival 30 years ago. And Brad looks exactly the same now as he did then. Kevin looks a little different, but Brad doesn't. And I thought that was so sweet that he's always had that out. But the thing that's really amazing about that picture is Brad doesn't like to have his picture taken. So I'm out in the garage the other day, and I find this little playhouse that I had bought to make another haunted house or a little Christmas house out of. I'd forgotten all about it. Got it at a thrift store for probably $2. So I thought, I'll go online and look at some different little Christmas houses and I'll just make a Christmas house. So I found a can of taupe colored spray paint and I spray painted it inside and out and covered up all the pink and purple. And this one's slightly different than that picture, but these have big openings for like big doors, and I don't know what that's all about because the doors were gone. And then I sprinkled sand and just sand and dirt on it and made it like stucco. And then I went online and found some wooden doors, just pictures of some pretty wooden doors. And I printed those out and cut them out and put them on cardboard. And I glued them into the holes where the big doors are supposed to be because the doors were missing. So after I got that done, I decided I would paint bricks on it. I was going to put stone on it, but the stones in my driveway are all stuck together with the ice. So I just painted bricks, and since it was bumpy, they looked really good. And then I put some greenery on it and put some arches over the windows and a couple trees in it. And I saw a picture online of a stucco house with a red roof, and I thought that was so pretty. Now I've got to put some plastic in the windows and light it up and do all that. But I thought it turned out really cute. And the little greenery things, I just hot glued them on there, and I made a little wreath for the top, and I'm going to stain it, and I'm going to put some glue on it and put some snow on it, and I think it's going to look really pretty lit up. And then I'll make a little cardboard base for it and put stone and different trees out in front of it so it won't just be a house. And I thought it turned out pretty cute. So I'll show you that in the next video. Now I'm going to let you look at pictures of what my house used to look like years ago. These are different pictures through the years of my house at Christmas while I tell you about the mirror. Brad gets it in the back of the truck, and we go back to our house real quick. See, we're going to the store. We took it in. He set it inside our garage. And by the time we got back from our little trip to the grocery store, we had to go to the store. Not so much to get anything. We had plenty of stuff. We just needed to get out. We felt like we had been in too long. So by the time we got back from the store, that mirror had dried and all the snow was gone off of it. I brushed most of the snow off, but it was gone and it looked fine. I cleaned that thing up and I couldn't wait to get it in the house. But then it dawned on me, it's huge. It's a big mirror and I don't have any place for it. I mean, I have no place to hang this huge mirror. So it's probably going to go out in my store eventually. But what I did was I was up at 3 a.m. painting on that little Christmas house, and I went out in the garage and brought it in and cleaned it up even more. And I have this, well, I'm going to show you what it looked like out in the garage. It's sitting in front of our leaf blower, our ladder, my tarp, everything that I was using for my porch when I was decorating it. This is what it looks like. I'm going to have to stain it a little bit, but other than that, the mirror is fine. And it is so old and so heavy. So I brought it in the house. And this is it in the house. I have a mustard colored table under my kitchen window, and I just propped it up on the floor behind that little table. That's the only place I have for it. I couldn't set it on top of that table because I have too much on the table. So I put it down there, and I put my little baby bed and my little chair and a little tin and a light. It looks okay for now, but it'll sit there all winter until I can get it out into my store. But I love it, and you never know. I just might find a place for it in my house. But Brad, he'll laugh about that for years, about me taking that old snowy mirror off and it had been out there for 3 weeks, at least. Then when I was in the thrift store this morning, I saw these lights. Remember I told you I got all those light bulbs and I'd never really seen lights like that? Well, these lights were like that, but these were bigger bulbs. The bulbs that I have wouldn't have fit these. So I still haven't seen lights like that. I saw this in the thrift store today and I loved it, but it was in this there were 2 of them, in this real funky wood frame that I did not like. But I could tell that if I took like a knife, I could pry that cardboard picture out of that frame. But again, I don't really have another place to put this. But it kind of matches another picture that I have, and I really like this one with the apples. But I didn't get it. And then I saw this beautiful stocking with Sally on it, and that was my mom's name, and all I could think of was, oh, my mom. She would have loved that. And so I hope you guys, if you have bad snowy weather, you're inside, able to stay home, snuggle in with your family, or just by yourself and have hot cocoa and cookies and all that fun stuff. We've really been enjoying staying in. I'm getting a lot done. But we had to get out a couple of days. When the roads were clear, we were getting out. And I found this the other day. This is a picture of Man's Chapel, a painting I did when I was about 13 years old. It's not very good, but I put it out every Christmas because it means a lot to me. And anyway, I missed you guys. I told Kevin as we were pulling into Planet Fitness, I said, I'm going to put a little video together of the thrift shop and what I did with that little Christmas house and stuff, because I miss my people and I want them to see something that I've been doing while I've been snowed in. My porch is holding up really good. We got a lot of snow on the porch, but I took a broom out there the other day and brushed it off, and it looks really nice. It's just a little too cold to sit out there and enjoy it, but people driving by can enjoy it. And I'm really thinking the cabinet's going to hold, guys. We've had some fierce wind, and it's held. So, as always, you can join me on Instagram at MarcyJoe631. And I'm home on Facebook, and look for the thumbnail picture that is a bowl of apples and a book about apples. That's the profile picture for me. People have told me that they can't find it. And back to Brad, someone asked me who Brad was. They had missed who he was. Brad's our nephew. And Brad's hanging out with us all the time, and we love him to pieces. And I would love it if you guys would like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. I've got a goal of getting 500 more subscribers before Christmas. So I need your help. I love you from the bottom of my heart.